welcome to the morning show right here on Main Street TV where, well, our special guest today is our good friend Sam Brady.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I am great. And we're going to talk about all things economic development today.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And maybe even
And
mention...
Jackson County.
And Jackson County. And maybe even mention that little small banquet thing you had the other day.
Yes, I'd love to.
That I did not get to attend because of the stupid stomach bug that was going around.
The stomach bug is stupid and indiscriminate.
Yes, it is. You don't even want to know about our conversation off the air about the stomach bug. So, anywho, if you haven't gotten it, you're fixing to, because I don't know anybody that has it.
No. You're going to induce panic. You don't want, no.
You're fixing to get it. I
You're
promise.
going to be fine, people. Everything's going to be okay.
Eat lots and lots of Airborne and your vitamin D. That's all I can tell you. Anywho. Hi.
Good morning again.
Good morning. We will be back after this message, and I'm going to pry some breaking news out of Sam. He just
After a
doesn't know
word
it
from
yet.
our generous and devoted and loving sponsors.
Yes, all of that. We'll be back.
Would you like to work closer to home, save money on gas, and be rewarded for your hard work and attendance? Then Bellisio Foods is looking for you. That's right, Bellisio Foods is now hiring for multiple positions and shifts with great employee benefits, an on-site health clinic, competitive wages, and advancement opportunities. Bellisio Foods is a company that truly values their employees. Apply online at BellisioFoods.com/careers.
All right, and we are back this morning with our good friend Sam Brady from the, let's see if I can get this right because it's really long, Jackson County Economic Development Partnership.
Perfect.
Yes, got it. All right. And Sam, you so graciously decided to agree to our invite, so we appreciate that. And you left that Stabler fella at home.
Yes, well, he'll be around at some point. He's got things to do. He's out and about.
Yes.
Doing Stabler things.
Yes, doing Stabler things. So we have the big chief here, and we're going to talk about, well, what the heck's going on. So first off, I want to ask you, actually a week ago.
A week ago today.
A week ago today, I can't remember what day it is. A week ago today, had a banquet.
Reception.
Yes.
Yes.
And tell us all about it, because you had a keynote speaker from Hers Foods, which was awesome.
Absolutely. Well,
Very fun.
I guess before we get into the reception itself, let's get into the reason for the reception.
Yeah, please.
So the partnership, we are a 501c3 nonprofit. We're not part of the county. We're not part of the cities or local government directly, but they are certainly contributing funders, and we appreciate their investment. But we do, as a nonprofit, we fundraise.
Yes.
So we send out fundraising letters, and we engage local businesses and ask them to support our mission, which is job creation, new investment, and just the overall improvement of Jackson County, its municipalities, and our community. So this reception is an opportunity for us to invite all of them every year, and other stakeholders, because even though partnership, it's our very name.
Yep.
We don't get by without our other partners and stakeholders who assist us and are such good friends to this community. It's our opportunity to get them all together and just say, thank you. Thank you for investing in our organization. Thank you for investing in Jackson County. And here is how your investment is being used. And here are the projects and deals that this community is winning as a result of your support and investment. So that is the reason for our reception, and that began many years ago. I believe Kara Willis was leading our organization way back then, and she was a really good director. She hired very well. I'll just leave that alone. She hired me, and over the years, the event has really grown, and we've been very blessed. This community is very blessed. We punch above our weight. We got great support, great companies, of all sizes who invest and want to be a part of what we do. They just want to be associated with, we have people who give at, this level, and some people who give at this level, and they're doing what they can, and we appreciate every bit of it, and we're seeing fruits of success off those little seeds. And if you're one of our investors and you're watching right now, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for what you do for this community, what you do for our organization. We can't do it without you.
Yeah, absolutely. And, but this whole thing goes full circle, because you're not just taking donations and having a reception. You're obviously working very hard.
Those are some good folks out there. Those are one of our small businesses here in Jackson County.
Well, good.
That we love, and we're going to try to help them grow.
I can't see because there's a sign in their face.
Well, it's actually a fabrication company and buyer called Step Ahead Construction.
Very cool.
And they're
waving, so
because they're smart.
sweet.
They're good people. They are. It's Herb and Kelly Stepp. They're great folks.
Very, very good. But
I know all of you can't see it, but they were there.
They were there. They were waving.
It wasn't a hallucination by me and Jennifer.
No, it was not. But no, you are not just accepting donations to give some kind of reception. Like, you guys are out beating the streets every day, trying to bring business and do good for our community. And that is why so many people invest in you and believe in what you're doing. Is because they're seeing results.
Absolutely. It's not a donation for a donation's sake. It's not just to have your name associated with us. A lot of these companies are seeing a bona fide return for themselves.
Absolutely.
On this investment, and we are so proud to be a part of that. And it helps fund the strong outreach that Jackson County is known for. Because I don't know if you heard this or not, but three-peat. For the third year in a row, Jackson County was the #1 performing business retention and expansion outreach program in all of the Appalachian Ohio communities. And there are a lot of counties a lot bigger than we are.
Yes, there are.
And
way to go.
Well, thank you. Yes, it is our hustle, it is our outreach, but it happens because we have relationships with these companies who trust us to come in and give us the most valuable thing they have, which is their time, to listen to their opportunities, sometimes listen to their problems, and it's our job to go and find resources to help them either capitalize on the opportunities or navigate those problems. Or just, everything's fine, we don't need anything, and that's not a wasted effort either, because it's all about...
No, that's good to know.
It's like going to your family doctor and, sorry, you're healthy.
Right.
See you next year.
Thank goodness.
Exactly. Yes. So we do the reception as a thank you for that. And as I said, the reception has really grown. We're starting to fill up Parks Edge Event Center, and we're so proud of that space and able to use it. We had we set a new record last week for attendees, although we had a pretty exciting keynote speaker.
You did, yes.
And
hey, that's you.
That's me up there behind.
Did you eat all those cheese curls?
No, but hers. They were so excited to come. They had chip displays all around the auditorium.
Oh, that's just me.
And we had actually ordered some ourselves, and we had a little bag of cheese curls at every place setting, along with a bottle of Sunrush water, Wellston, Ohio.
Yes.
What? We're first in food. Thank you, Bellisio Foods. Thank you, General Mills.
That's
now
right.
Thank you, Her Foods, Gem Beverages, and Sunrush Water. 6 cents as well. We are the premier food cluster in Southern Ohio, and we're going to keep bragging about it. But yeah, we had cheese curls everywhere.
Cheese curls for days.
I'm really hoping somebody Photoshop some orange fingerprints.
I was going to say, was everyone walking around like this? Like,
yeah, it wasn't cold. It wasn't the cold and flu preventing people from shaking hands. It was the orange fingerprints. So here we have on the screen. I hope all of our friends in TV land can see that. That's Senator Wilkin up there making some remarks.
Yes.
We're proud to have Senator Shane Wilkin and State Representative Jason Stevens making remarks. Katie Farber from Ohio Southeast Economic Development joined us. But everyone was there to see Troy Gundon, the president of Her Foods, and Troy knocked it out of the park. Just, I got to see he actually gave us a tour of the plant under construction.
Oh, really?
And so myself, along with
Fun.
Ohio Southeast and Jobs Ohio, we were walking through the plant, and I'll go lie to you, it kind of hit me in the feels.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, I'm not sure if you'd ever been in there when, Meridian just left it as it was.
I would say no to that.
It
but
was
a mess.
it was it was just, you couldn't even call it a shed. But now it's going to be a 21st century advanced manufacturing food operation facility, and
How exciting.
it is exciting.
Employing a ton of people.
75 to start.
Yeah.
And they've purchased 31-ish acres of ground here in Jackson, and it's not because they want to mow the grass.
No, it is not.
They plan to
They
grow
want to
here,
put stuff on it.
and here, look at that. It's an awesome team right there. Although Judy Kiefer and Jason Brown, two of our executive committee members, they weren't there for that picture, but that's our staff, our executive committee, our chairman Joe Wyatt, our vice chair Steve Pritchett, mayors Brenner and Evans, who are also executive committee members, along with Commissioner Haller. You've got myself there. On the left, you have Nicole Havens, our administrative assistant, who's joined us this past June. She's doing a great job. Of course, there next to Mayor Evans, you have a slightly less beardy John Stabler.
Yes.
You probably should do a poll and do
Like a beard contest.
beard or no beard.
Okay.
I'm more of a fan of the no beard John Stabler. I like my Stablers baby faced.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it.
And of course, on the right, you got the boss, Jennifer Jacobs.
That's right. She keeps you all in line, or attempts to.
At least 2 days a week.
Yes. Which is a tough task.
But we've got a great staff right now. We've got a great board in place, and just there are such good things happening in this community. We still have a pretty strong pipeline of projects, but 2024 ended on a really high note with over $144 million of economic development investment that we won for Jackson County in that year. That's just
That's pretty freaking cool.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And that included expansion. Well, not a growth expansion, but an infrastructure expansion at General Mills. Several new small businesses. Red Apple Realty here in Jackson.
Yeah.
Robin is putting a team together, and they're doing some great things.
Yes, they are.
And just so it'd be real easy to start rattling off all kinds of stuff going on in people's, and you're trying to trick me into doing it. I'm not going to fall for
Hey,
it
I haven't said a word.
on camera.
He doesn't trust me to not pull something out of him that he's not supposed to say.
But we do have some brand new projects being scoped, all kinds of cool project names underway, and
Jenga.
we already won that. That was from 2020.
Jenga was a project that I was involved in, and Sam was involved in.
And there was a reason. So much like you're gonna, I'll share a little bit how the sausage gets made.
Yeah, so he comes up with like pet names for projects. So, but they all typically have a story.
They all have a story. Typically, there are very few perks in this profession. So getting to have smart nicknames,
entertain yourself somehow, right?
Exactly. So when your business was expanding and you were looking at what was the old Eagles building in downtown Jackson, the building was not in good shape.
No, to say the least.
The building was about to be what you could politely say gravity challenged.
It was one winter away from landing somewhere on the ground.
The city of Jackson been using snow plows to push it out of the street.
Yes, literally.
So when we started working with, actually at the time, that was the most complicated project from a standpoint of moving parts that we'd ever scoped. And so it was really exciting. You had county commissioners, you had the city of Jackson, you had our office, you had the land bank, you had Jobs Ohio and Ohio Southeast, as well as your company as the investor, all turning to make this thing happen, to coincide with your guys' investment.
Yeah.
And just the precarious nature of the building, Project Jenga.
Yep. Like it was one brick away from, yeah. So, yeah, there you go. So everybody has a name.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Some we can talk about, some we can't.
some you
No,
can
I'm
talk about,
just
some you can't.
So let's talk for a minute. Okay, you mentioned something earlier, and I just I'm curious, just for my own curiosity. You said you meet with businesses. Some say, hey, we're great.
Mm-hmm.
All's well with the world. Some say, well, here's our challenge, or here's what we need. What are some of the challenges? What do you hear most as far as like, companies around our area? What are their challenges, and what are they hoping to get solved?
The immediate challenge is the availability of workforce.
Okay.
You know firsthand, and I believe Julie from HR is going to be your next guest. She can certainly attest to that. Finding candidates who, one, you can afford.
Yes.
The price. Sometimes a person can't work for what a business can offer. That's the challenge, the give and take. You got to figure that out for themselves. But we only have so many human beings around here to go to work, and there's always a lot of uncertainty, a lot of volatility around that, and where are we going to find our next employee or the next talent for us to grow? Because, and I want to give you all an insight on a dirty little secret. Businesses don't exist to give you a paycheck. Businesses need people to come in who are going to bring value to the business, help them be profitable, somebody who actually has a mindset to help the business grow, and thereby actually share in the wealth and the productivity of that business.
Mind blown.
Mind blown. So
Do you have that under recording? Can we just put that
guys,
on a loop, please?
You guys back there, earn your keep.
That's right.
Jimmy
no, I
does.
can-
Jimmy does. He's making me look good. Is that Julie from HR?
It is Julie from HR. Come on in, Julie from HR. Have a seat.
Hi, Julie from HR.
But no, what you say is exactly right from a business owner's
Sure.
standpoint. It can be frustrating. I know the staffing. I figured
Absolutely.
was the number one.
But we have solutions.
Yes.
One of them being down the road in Rio Grande called Buckeye Hills Career Center.
Yes.
And it has become one of the premier hiring grounds for a lot of the businesses we deal with. Jamie Nash can't graduate enough students.
We have 3 Buckeye Hills students employed at 6 Cents right now.
That's awesome. Is one that Stabler kid?
The baby Stabler, yes.
Middle Stabler.
Middle Stabler, but
There's another. There is a baby Stabler.
there's a baby Stabler. Middle Stabler, Max.
Yeah, Max.
Yeah.
Max is mid. Yeah, it's weird. It's kind of
Max
ironic.
middle.
That's awesome.
I know.
That's gonna stick.
Max middle.
Sorry, Max. You're now Max middle.
Max middle. Sorry, buddy. Appreciate you. But no, yeah, we have 3 Buckeye Hills students and one that graduated last year full time working for us
Just to
or with us. I hate to say for us. I think with us is such a much better.
Well, and with us
term.
goes to what I was just talking about. Of you need to have buy-in for the company
Yes.
you're working for, with, employed
yeah.
at. This is your success is tied to my paycheck.
Yep. It all goes round and round.
It all goes. It's the circle of life.
It is. It is. So while you're here, give us something, Sam.
Something.
Give me
Something?
some kind of spill the tea something.
Well, if you
Because
would've-
I have to have You Heard It Here first on Main Street TV.
how about I give you you heard it here second? Can you settle? I've known you for a long time. You can settle.
Okay. This may require you to put on the pizza costume, though.
Well, you know what? I was invested in the success of my former employer.
You were.
So I had no problem wearing tights and a slice of pizza.
slice of pizza.
Jason, I still love you.
Yes, we do.
Who, by the way, he taught me a lesson as far as that buy-in from an employer. I still have this. I actually have a list of quotes that I just keep of people that are profound, and it was Jason Holzapfel that taught me this: "Be an example, or I'll make you one." What do you think of that, Julie from HR?
Is that appropriate for HR?
Yeah.
She likes it.
No, it was just one of those. He was actually, we were joking around one day, and he said that, like, you know what,
It's actually pretty good.
that's pretty good. I'm going to keep that.
I like the do as I say, not as I do.
Well, yeah.
How come you get to wear a hoodie and I don't? Because that's do as I say, not as I do.
I thought it was because hoodies are expensive.
That too. No, I'm just kidding.
So, spilt tea.
Spilt tea. Let's spill it.
So, one of the companies I mentioned,
Okay.
Sunrush Water,
Yes.
Boston, Ohio.
Yes.
I actually asked him to come up during my remarks that you missed and let him introduce himself, because you know what? We've got so many small businesses in this room. People don't want to hear from me. You hear from me all the time. How about you hear from this guy who actually is doing stuff and making things happen? So I asked Mike to come up, and I let him play a little video that he had sent me, because it was actually a project that we have just concluded this year. It's the first win of 2025. That was Project Emilio Estevez.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like Niagara or something, because you get it water. Niagara Falls.
That's too obvious.
Oh.
Actually, in the video.
Emilio Estevez?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because in the video, he's actually taking up some equipment he's buying.
Okay.
He told the guy he's filming this equipment, "I'll make you famous." And it's a Young Guns thing. 1988, you guys probably weren't even born yet.
Yep.
You weren't, were you?
Actually, fun fact, Julie from HR and I went to see Young Guns 2 together. Do you remember that? Yes, we did.
You did invite me, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I wouldn't have been allowed. I was too young to go to that. And my mom wouldn't have approved.
We were like Christian Slater. See, she did it too. Wow. Yep. Go ahead. Emilio Estevez.
Emilio Estevez. Anyway, we really, I apologize. So this project is a growth project for Sunrush Water in Wellston.
Yes.
And as a lot of you know, if not, I encourage you to look them up. They actually bottle and distribute reverse osmosis water in Southern Ohio, and they do it right there in Wellston, Ohio. In the they actually co-located with Gem Beverages there on 11th Street.
Which is super cool.
Super cool. It's been a great relationship for both companies, and he is now expanding to be blowing his own bottles. So the 3 and 5 gallon bottle of water that they distribute is going to start being manufactured in the facility where they're bottling.
You mean like the bottle that goes on your water cooler?
The bottle, comes in this little tube, looks like a rolled up piece of plastic. He puts it inside the Wonka machine, pushes the button, the Oompa Loompas do their thing. And
that is super fun.
it heats it up, blows it up, and turns it into a giant water bottle.
Nice.
So he's going to vertically integrate that process into what
Love
they're
it.
doing in Wellston.
That's cool.
That's our first win of 2025.
Whoop, whoop. See?
You heard it here second, folks.
Well, all right.
And
I'll
that
give
was
you that.
and that was supported
That's cool.
financially by a small business grant from Jobs Ohio, the same one that was used for Project Jenga. So if you have a small business and you actually hit one of the Jobs Ohio sectors, which tend to be in some kind of fabrication, some kind of manufacturing,
Yep.
distribution, reach out. And we're not already talking to you. Please reach out to us. I want to talk to you. I want to come help. And we will call Dilly or figure some way out of getting you support if we can qualify. Now, sometimes we just can't help. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But where we can help.
I'm telling you, call Sam. If you have a small business idea, if you need a little help along the way, all you have to do is reach out to this office. And you have so many resources and so many ideas. And we can't thank you enough for what you all do within the office.
Thank you.
Because you have been so helpful. And they pretty much have their hand any big project around here. You definitely have something in it. And
we're definitely at the table for a lot of conversations now,
Yes.
and we want to be. And sometimes, as I said, we can't help. But if there's a possibility we can help, we want to try. You know, I would rather go down swinging than
Sure.
just watch the pitches go by.
absolutely. And thank you for that. He works tirelessly. The whole office does, and they're amazing folks. So please, how do they get a hold of you?
Best way to contact us, JacksonCountyOhio.com. You can call the office, 740-286-2838. Please don't message me on Facebook. I have so many people who do that, and
Same.
it's so hard to if you have sent me a message and it takes me days to get to you. I do good to keep up on the reels my wife sends me, let alone
Same.
let alone-
Amen to that. Yes.
Rebecca sends you reels too?
Yes. All the time. Didn't you know?
No, not I do now. She's great.
She is.
Prettiest girl in Jackson County.
Yep.
She's not watching.
Oh, is she?
But I'll show it to her later.
Okay.
She's working right now.
Okay.
She's
That's
teaching.
good.
She's taking care of second graders right
Okay.
now.
Oh, that's cute. But yeah, no, seriously, get hold of them. If you have
Absolutely.
any ideas, if you need some help, if you have some concerns with your business and you're like, I don't know where to turn. I don't know what to do.
Absolutely.
Start with this office.
And call the office. If I'm not there, that's fine. Nicole, Jennifer, they will get you in the pipeline, get you in the queue, and we'll sit down, do our initial consult. Let's figure out where you're at and what services you need. A lot of times you get referred to our friends at the Small Business Development Center, our friends at the Women's Business Center.
Yes.
Somebody who actually
cool.
is able to deep dive your issues and situations. Our office is more project tooled directly, but we're a great referral hub, and I want it to be that way because if somebody's doing something in our community, I want to know about it.
There you go.
But I'm cutting into Julie from HR's time.
Yes. Well, that's okay. But I want to thank you for stopping by this morning and sharing. See, something. I got something out of you.
You got something. You could have got more last week, but you missed your chance.
True that. I did.
But we will have our appreciation reception again next year.
Okay. I'll be there for that. How's that?
Don't make promises you can't keep.
If the stomach bug stays away, I will be there. How's that?
You guys logging this?
Yep. It's being recorded.
We're going to fact check this in 2026.
You got it. Fair enough. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, Julie is just chomping at the bit to be over here talking with me. And so let's hear from one of our good friends, and we'll be back with Julie in just a moment.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
Saturday, August 16th is Southern Rock Woodstock in the Gallipolis Fairgrounds. This event will feature 3 decades of original artists and legends, such as Leonard Skinner, 38 Special, and Molly Hatchet. In light of this event, Total Media will be giving away 4 VIP tickets. For a chance to win these exclusive passes, comment your favorite Southern Rock song, and our staff will vote on which one is the best. Good luck, and may the best man rock out.
All right, and we are back with our good friend Julie from HR, who does have a last name.
Brown. You know me as Wolf.
It used to be Wolf, and that's how I know you. So do you find that, so we went to high school together,
Yes.
Yes. And so it's so funny. And even people that you went to college with and stuff, it's like you only know people by that name, not the new name.
Davis.
Yes, exactly. So it's okay. That's all right. So Julie, you started here, several months ago now?
Yes, about 4 months now.
Yeah, so she's
Yes.
the new Tanya, because Tanya has taken another role here at Total Media.
Yes.
And so Tanya was doing a whole lot of stuff, and so
Yes.
that's where you were like, I'm going to come save you. So tell us a little bit, what have you been up to?
Well, I've been living in Chillicothe for the past 20 years.
Okay.
Raised my girls in Chillicothe. They are 28 and 23, 2 daughters. And now I have a grandson, Thomas. He's 4.
I bet you just hate that.
Yeah, it's a
It's
rough
rough.
life. It's rough. So, but I've always drove to Columbus for work. I've always been in dental, doing human resource. So, and now I've moved back to Jackson
Okay.
and live right here in town. And happy to be back.
Very good. Is it weird to be back to Jackson after all this time?
It is weird, but I love it. It's growing, and
It's definitely growing.
oh my gosh! and
Speaking of
just to
Sam and all
see-
the great things that are
Right.
going on.
right, it's 6 cents. I mean, gosh, I go there every week.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
I love it. I love that too.
We love that. We love to hear that too. But
Yes.
yeah, no, we try our best. And so tell us a little bit about, what is your role here in HR? Because I don't know if a lot of you people, like you viewers know, but this building houses a whole lot of companies.
Right.
So you're not just HR for Total Media or
Right.
Stockmeister Enterprises or Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. You have the whole situation.
Yes.
That's like herding some cats.
It is. But it's just been fun. It's been super fun. I've loved it.
Super fun. I mean, I don't know how you keep
is-
up with it, but
Everyone is so nice here, and it's so fun to work here. I love it.
yeah.
It's just like a family here. Everyone is so welcoming, and I've just loved it. But the 27 radio stations of Total Media is a lot of people.
Yes, it is.
Dylan knows I talk to him about it all the time. And, and then the construction side is, a whole nother side. And they have so much going on and, constantly hiring, looking for foremen and carpenters and just so much, going on there as well. But
Yeah.
then the growth of Total Media has been unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a ride.
It's a lot. It's
It
a
is.
lot.
It
And
is.
so the role of HR is I mean, my gosh, you have to keep track of everything, payroll, obviously,
Right.
which for all of these companies, payroll, insurances.
Right. Which they have wonderful insurance here, great benefit package, employee referrals. I mean, it's
Yes.
a wonderful place to be for sure. But just we're constantly hiring, and it's wonderful to see all the growth here.
Well, and it's problematic to need to hire people all the time, but it's great that you have to hire people all the
It
time,
is.
because it
It
means
is.
it's growing.
Right.
Um,
right.
So it is kind of a little bit of a catch-22 there. But so what are as far as this building goes, who are the people that are being hired at this point or that you're looking for?
We are looking for on-air talent for radio in the surrounding areas. Athens, we're all over with Point Pleasant, Ironton, but then we're also looking for not only on-air talent, people behind the scenes, board ops, but then we're also looking for carpenters, foremans for the construction side. So we have a lot available, and you can just walk in. Here at the plaza, here at Stockmeister, and there's a QR code. You can scan it. You can go to our website, our social media, and see all the jobs that are available.
That's exactly right. Now, is there just one main website for the whole thing, or are there separate websites?
There is just one. It's the stockmeisters.com/jobs, and you can go and you can see everything
Okay.
for all the companies.
Stockmeister.com/jobs.
Yep.
And that will pull up whether it be Total Media or the construction side or the heating and cooling side or
Right.
all of
Stockroom.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about that one.
Yep.
So, so you were saying that you need carpenters and some things like that. Now, what do you have to, how much experience do you have to have for that?
Usually with carpentry, I mean, if we can at least have 10 years is kind of where
Okay.
we're trying to start. People that have a lot of carpentry skills that have been in the business for a while, that's kind of what we're looking for.
So if Jen walks over to Julie from HR and says, I got me a hammer here, I think I'm a carpenter, you'd say, get out. Go run your mouth somewhere else. I'm just kidding. She wouldn't really. She would think it, but she wouldn't say
I'd be
it.
like, come help me.
Right, exactly. I have a better job for you. No, that's exactly right. It is so much fun being in a building where there's so many, working parts all going on at the same time. Yeah. It's a challenge, but it's cool.
It is.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's amazing.
So what are you working toward, with HR? Are there anything you're changing here or anything that you're, implementing that might make it easier or more interesting?
I mean, the main thing that we have going on right now is we have a lot of different job fairs coming up. I know we're working with Rio Grande. We have the street team that goes out into the community. That's super fun project with, all the high school students, and I've had a lot of high school students applying.
I was going to
be a part of
specifically
that. It's
ask you about
great.
that. How do the kids get to be part of that internship program? It is invaluable.
It is, and it gets you
And you get
immersed
paid.
into right. You do get paid. It is a paid internship, and you just find out everything that's going on here, and it's fun in a high school level to say, this is what I want to do. And then you'll come and say, I never dream that I could even do this for a living.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
This is, it's just a whole new avenue. I mean, it's the social media and everything has just opened up.
You'll learn
it's
everything
amazing.
from video and audio production to how to set up a pop-up tent and some equipment and learn people skills because you have to go out and talk.
Right.
There's just it's such a good program for high school students.
It really is. It really is. But you can come into the plaza, you can ask for the code, the QR code, or you can just go online and apply.
Okay. So you can do the
or
street
just
team
call me.
stuff there
Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
Say, I need to talk with Julie from HR.
It's fun.
No, that is.
Yeah,
and
it's huge opportunity.
it was so refreshing too, just to see, get the young perspective. I mean, for me, being here and not being so young anymore, getting to hang out with the high school kids and learning what's on their minds,
Right.
what their concerns are and what their goals are, and then maybe instilling a little advice along the way. But of course, learning things from them too.
Right. Sometimes it's better to be silent.
It is, right?
Absorb.
Yes, yeah. you
Absorb
got
the
it.
information.
I
wish I could just follow Dylan around every day and see all the fun stuff he gets to do.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Our sweet Dylan, he has a lot of hats he juggles.
He does.
Yes.
He is of everything here.
He's mad at me because I'm leaving him for a week.
Oh.
Because we're going on vacation. Hey, good. He's mad about that. He's not like when he says he's mad, it's like, I'm real mad at you.
Yeah, it's too bad.
But he's also mad because he has to get up out of bed and come here early in the mornings too. And help with the show. He's not a morning person. He and Red Thompson get along well. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Dylan's the best.
He is. He's a good one. We'll keep him.
Yeah.
All right. So what else would you like our viewers to know while you're here?
Just definitely, check us out on social media.
Yeah.
Check out our Facebook page, the Telegram. We are, everywhere as far as that is concerned. And then also, just give us a call at the 740-286-8000, and just ask for me, and I can walk you through how to, get on there and apply.
And there's also, if you just go to stockmeister.com/jobs,
Yes.
there's job postings
Yes.
there as well. So you can kind of search through and be like, oh, well, I'm qualified for that.
Right.
Or that sounds like fun. I want to do that.
Or maybe my kid needs to be a part of the internship.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the route they'll want to go, or
Sure.
maybe not, But at least, I'd rather try again than have not tried anything. So.
And I agree with that. It's like how many people start, like, I'm just throwing this out there, nursing school.
Right.
And they go to their first thing and they see blood and they pass out and they're like, oh, I had no idea. It would have been nice to kind of know that ahead of time.
Right.
Yeah, so it's fun to be able to do an internship and get paid for it.
Right.
Where, you're learning this stuff, and then you can learn, yes, I do want to do it, or no, I don't want to do it.
Right.
It would
Why
be
waste 5 years of your life?
correct.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That would be great.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good
So
thing.
come be a part of us.
Yes, absolutely. Give Julie a call. She will get you set up, and she's really sweet, too.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. Well,
All right.
Julie, we'll let you get back to work
Okay.
because we know that you're super busy, and Pete Wilson
That's
is here
right.
in the house. So let's hear another message from our friends, and we'll be back on the other side with news and Pete Wilson.
Love is in the air, and Main Street TV wants to treat you and your Valentine to something special. Enter our Table for Two Valentine's Day contest for a chance to win big. Here's how to join. Go to our Facebook page, like and share our post, and comment with a picture of you and your Valentine. The photo with the most likes will win an amazing prize pack, including VIP passes to Southern Rock Woodstock. Plus, you'll join us live on our February 14th cooking show. Hurry, the deadline to enter is February 10th at 4 p.m. Main Street TV, your community, your story.
Hey everyone, it's Corbin Wilbur from Main Street TV and Total Media. I'm here for your weather report for today. So, starting with February 6th, we got 50% chance of sun and rain with a high of 58 and a low of 31. Over here on Friday, we got sunny, partly cloudy. Not too bad, with a high of 44 degrees and a low of 28. And on Saturday, picks up a little bit. Saturday the 8th, we have rain, 70%, and a high of 45 and a low of 35. Altogether, decent temperatures, kind of cold this week. Make sure to look out for rain. I know it was raining a lot yesterday, and there's expected to be rain for Thursday and Saturday. And this has been Corbin Wilbur. And now, back to the show.
Thanks, Corbin, for that weather forecast. Hey, boy, it was a nasty, nasty storm last night that moved through our area. Hope you all survived. And also, though, please, for the love of God, and I don't know if this is in your news or not, but turn around and don't drown, right?
That's part of what we're going to talk about. The
Yeah.
the weather is in the news,
Don't,
definitely.
Don't try to walk or drive through water.
Right. You
Please.
hear that so many times, and you know that's the case, but you look and you think, I don't want to go all the way around.
Just do.
I got a Jeep here. I can make it.
So you don't.
No, till you don't. The anytime you see running waters, or maybe even more so if you don't see running waters and you can't see the depth at all. Don't assume that you can get through it just because you're in a big vehicle and you're safe and warm in the driver's seat.
Absolutely.
But I tell you what, Jennifer, it was a very unusual. Well, I guess we could call it a winter storm because it is winter. But
It's definitely odd.
the forecast kind of came in yesterday. Suddenly, we could get some snow and icing there late in the afternoon and in the early evening. And because of the conditions, probably the temperature just a little bit above freezing,
Yep.
what we got instead here in Jackson at least, and I know it can vary in the area, what we got in Jackson was a very hard rain. I was at a basketball game
Yes.
last night, and Jackson High School, a lot of noise, a basketball game, but you could hear the rain pounding on that metal roof outside. And
it was a strong storm.
right, it rained a whole heck of a lot. And then I know that to the north, some folks who were going to come our way didn't come because of icing on the road. A little bit of freezing rain
Yep.
or freezing when after it hit the rain, sleet, whatever it was.
And it was deceiving.
The driving conditions were a little treacherous. And then, the strange thing was the temperature rose just a little bit later in the night. And as I retired last night about 11 o'clock, thunder and lightning outside my house. I don't know whether you heard it outside yours, but
I didn't, but I couldn't hear anything for all the rain that was, beating on the roof.
Well,
so.
there was-
But no, I did hear that there was thunder.
there
and
was
lightning.
actual thunder and lightning, like you're in the spring rather than in the winter. And,
Very
had
strange.
more rain. And when I came to work very early this morning, I could see that the rain had been heavy and maybe had continued into the night. A lot of water up in places
Oh, yeah.
where it doesn't come up unless there has been a lot of rain. And as a matter of fact, that leads me into the fact that the National Weather Service has declared a flood warning. That is different than a flood watch. That means that flooding is taking place in some areas.
It means we're getting it.
Right. The flood warning has been issued for Jackson County until 1:45 p.m. this afternoon. Flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly in this warned area. Between 1 and 2 inches of rain have fallen in Jackson County. That is a lot. This is causing the flooding of small rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and flood-prone locations. Storm streams, even though most of the rain is over, I haven't stuck my head out the window here the last hour or so. Even though the rain may be over or mostly over, streams are continuing to rise because of the number,
Yes.
because of the amount of rain that we had. Low water crossings are inundated with water and may not be passable. All right. And they end with this warning. This is the National Weather Service. Remember to turn around, don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Now, if you're out at some place where you see some water running across the road, but there isn't a sign out warning you, it's probably because it has just occurred, and they haven't had time to get out there and close that road.
Just
so
be
you've got
so
to
careful.
You've got to use your own common sense
do.
there. So. Anyway, flood warning once again in effect until 1:45 p.m. And of course, I know some folks who are curious about the weather, look ahead, may have a professional reason to look ahead. We are looking at some perhaps heavy snow in the middle of the week next week. Now, that is the model right now.
We are.
That can change.
Yes.
That can change, of course. I don't trust the weather much more than 24 hours out.
No, yeah, today, tonight, and tomorrow is about it. But don't overlook the storm that we are going through right now and that we just had with this water and the flooding and all of that. Don't just move on, because you have to be very, very careful out there.
Right. And, we have posted the flood warning there on our social media and on our website, and I'm sure, we'll be reported on our radio stations as well. But as things change, as they improve or they don't improve, we will certainly, let you know. Now, one of the byproducts of that storm last night, Jennifer, a lot of people may not realize this, are electric outages. We've got a lot of them.
I'll bet.
As of 9:30 a.m., this was I checked the latest just before we came on the air here. It's kind of static, meaning that it goes up and down a little bit. They're still finding maybe some outages that are being reported. Others are being restored. But of course, the two main providers in Jackson and Vinton County is AEP Ohio and Buckeye Rural Electric. Here in the city of Jackson, it's City Jackson Electric. For most everybody else, it's one of those two power companies. Buckeye Rural Electric, who covers, by the way, 8 counties in southeastern Ohio, including Jackson and Vinton. Listen to these numbers. They are reporting currently 1,127 customers without
Wow.
service in Jackson County, 823 in Vinton County. So you were talking about nearly 2,000 people without power right now
Holy moly.
in Jackson and Vinton counties. And if you look at the maps, the outage maps, which you can call up online, in Vinton County and Jackson County, it's scattered, but the outages are kind of more concentrated and heavier on the eastern part of the county. I know that for Buckeye Rural, they have more folks out in Meigs County than anywhere else. So just the nature of where the storm hit, not sure whether that's winds or what that is that is causing that, but I do know that I received some alerts through emergency responders, emergency agencies of some downed trees all over the place.
You know, it's interesting. We survived the snow, the 12 inches of snow we had and all that stuff at our house pretty unscathed. And this morning, driving out our driveway, a bunch of our pine trees are broken. And I'm like, wow. I don't know if just a wind gust just went down the line there and got them, or what happened.
No, it's usually the wind, unless you have icing, melting off snow and ice, and I don't think there was that much of that.
I mean, it was.
I don't
it was
remember
clear.
a lot of wind last night, but it was a long night, and I wasn't up all night.
Hey, they have those those straight line winds that can go right through, and so yeah.
Okay, AEP Ohio has some outages too, Jennifer. Not as many.
Okay.
338 customers in Jackson County and 104 in Vinton. So you are looking at total. You're looking at almost 2,500 people without power. Now that's a lot. When you're talking about that, you're talking about customers. You're talking about more people, obviously, than
that's
2,400 or
households.
2,500.
Right.
Yeah, that's households. So a lot of stress going on right now. At least it's not real cold, for those people who depend on electricity for their heat. So that is something that we will continue to monitor here on our various news platforms. This is kind of weather related too, and a neat story. Glad that Jeremiah Shaver chased this. We talked to the sheriff's office to get the details. Everything's okay, but there was what turned out to be a rescue situation down on Jackson Lake late Tuesday afternoon. As it turned out, a couple of young kids went out on the ice. Jackson Lake is still. I drove by it. There is some open water, but a lot of it is still iced over with a thin layer of ice. And I know it was much thicker a week ago, after all that polar-like temperatures we had. But the sign there is very important to heed. I don't know whether they just put it up, but a couple of teenagers went out on the ice. One of them actually fell through the ice.
Oh, my gosh.
And was struggling. His teenage friend tried to help and could not. There was a man in the area. I don't know whether he heard the noise, saw what was going on. His name's Randy Atkins. He lives or has a cabin there along the lake, Sunset Drive. I know a lot of cabins are there, Sunset Drive. And he came running down with an extension cord, a long extension cord, and he extended that out there. And I presume, I wasn't there to see it, but I presume that extension cord was used for the young teenager to grab a hold of that, and they pulled him out. And Randy Atkins not only possibly saved his life, but I know the sheriff's office opinion was it could have amounted to that.
Yes.
But took him in and gave him a hot shower there at his home. So according to the sheriff's office report, Atkins took quick action, located an extension cord, ran down over the hill to the lake. When he saw what was going on, he was able to save the male teenager from the freezing water, and then, of course, gave him the shower. The sheriff's office did determine and feel that Atkins deserves, at some point, what the sheriff's office gives annually, called a life-saving award. A lot of times it's staff that does that in the nature of business they have, but they have done it for a civilian before. But they've written this one down as possibly a life-saving act.
Amazing.
And of course, there's a lesson that goes with that, just as there is with trying to drive through or walk through floodwaters. You don't do it. Sometimes it's true the ice is safe, but you don't know that.
No.
It has to be, I guess, at least 4 inches thick, something like that. And how are you going to know something like that?
You don't.
So I know that when I took a picture out at Lake Alma a couple of weeks ago, there was not only ice, it was not only ice covered, but snow covered as well. Footprints all over the place.
Oh,
I
really?
saw people on social media posting videos of them walking.
Not a chance would I do that.
And the warnings we don't have that often. Where big lake freezes over, but it happened this year, and there's still ice out there at many places. On streams and on lakes, and so just don't do it.
Yeah.
All right, another big story. This is especially big for Vinton County and the University of Rio Grande. And we have a video to show you that we're just not funning you about this. But the University of Rio Grande is building a new building for its MacArthur Center up there by Vinton County High School
Yes.
in the Cherry Hill Lane retail development. This is a still picture from that. Red Thompson Jr. has been bird dogging this. He was sure that once the weather cleared, Randy Evans Construction, which got the contract, that's of course our company here in Jackson, would be doing the excavation work at the scene of where they're going to build this new MacArthur Center. And that started on Tuesday. As you can see, the bulldozers were out, not the best of weather, and I'm sure it's still a little wet, but good enough, I guess, to get started. But this MacArthur Center, there's an actual video of that
Cool.
happening.
The dirt moving.
Exactly. You know, a lot of equipment out there for the initial excavation. But this is going to be about a $12 million building. It's going to replace the current MacArthur Center, which they don't have their own building. They're using space that is provided for them by the Vinton County School District in the old Vinton County High School, where the district office is for Vinton County.
Yes.
And I know Rio Grande is very appreciative of this, but they are going to have a building of their own out there in the Cherry Lane Retail Development Center, just there on the west side of MacArthur. Campbell's Market is there, Goodwill is there, and now this will be the third big building there. But it'll be 20,000 square feet. They hope to have it ready. There's the big sign. That sign's been up for some time, and now, you know, there's some reality kicking in because you see the dirt flying.
That's cool.
But they hope to have that open for the sometime for the 2026, college year. But Randy Evans Construction will be working on that. And of course, a lot of the money to do that came from an Appalachian Community Program grant that the governor himself came down to announce last May.
That's right.
Certainly a red letter date for MacArthur and Vinton County and the University of Rio Grande, and really all of southeastern Ohio. Because, when you have a place like that, Jennifer, you want to come, and they'll be able.
Yes.
They'll have all the bells and whistles that you want even in a branch school, and of course they have that new scholarship program, the Mitchell Scholarship
I
Program.
was going to say.
Talk about a perfectly aligned calling card
So
to get more kids to
You can
kids
take
and adults to
classes
come
there
there.
for free.
Right, and now the way education has evolved, it's just not for the kids coming out of a high school. It's for young adults and even older adults who are looking to evolve themselves and get other jobs and make themselves better and so forth. So this, the best thing about this building is it's going to be a community building as well. It's going to have a big area where I guess they can move walls and they can have a big event, a big public event, whether it's a banquet, a meeting, or whatever. And so it will be very much not just a school center. It will be a community area as well. So very big news. That story, by the way, will be reported in our Saturday paper. We may have it online a little bit before that, but we'll give you all the details of what we know there as well as the pictures. And we also want to wish Godspeed and safety to our Jackson High School competition cheerleaders.
Absolutely,
I think
girls.
that some of them may have even left yesterday. A lot of them are leaving today for a competition that starts on Friday, I think, and will run possibly through Monday. I think their big competition day is Sunday.
Sunday, yep.
And if they do well enough, they could move on to Monday. Now, remember, they have done so well, it just is stunning,
gosh.
their record of success. But they are taking a big step up in competition.
This
with
is
a different branch.
huge competition.
I mean, they're all national competitions, that they've gone to down there with the best of the best. But this is Courtney Butcher posted something there on her Facebook page, letting everybody know that, to wish them well, wish them safety, and that they are really putting themselves on the line by doing this.
Yeah, they are. And, when she was in here the other day, she said basically this is the Super Bowl of cheerleading competitions. If that enables you to understand, the caliber of this competition.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
Big deal.
Right. So we have some other news to report. Ran out a little time, but it will still be here tomorrow. Some nice stuff, and we can also tell you at least the early bird look at who is running for city offices in Jackson and Wellston. There could be more filing later, as independent and write-in, but the deadline for partisan candidates for a lot of the city offices that are on the ballot in 2025. That deadline was yesterday at 4 p.m. And
Any spoiler alerts?
no spoiler alerts. Mayor and auditor are not on the list this year. They've got 4-year terms. They're in the middle of terms. But everybody on city council has to run, and also the city treasurer's position. A couple of changes a little bit, a couple new faces, but still some vacancies. And right now, I guess the bottom line is there are no contests. There will not be any contested races, which is a little sad that we don't have a little more competition and interest than we do. But let's salute those people that do come out there, and it's some of the same people who are willing to serve. And I can probably safely say I don't think any of them do it for the nominal pay that they get for doing it.
No, because it is a thankless job most of the time.
So we'll be posting that information, and we'll maybe review that. Are you here tomorrow?
I'm not.
You're skipping out on us.
I am.
Okay, well, I tell you what, Dylan will pay you back. I don't know how he'll do it, but he'll do it. Someone will jump out of the screen or
It's
something
okay.
like that.
I already promised him a scantily clad island girl.
Oh, okay.
I'd smuggle her back in my suitcase.
Okay. Well, I believe that would get you by.
Or some sand or something.
Okay.
Jimmy is all about the scantily clad island girl. He's like, sweet. I'm just kidding for all of you that get your panties in a wad. All right. Well, thank you so much, Pete, for filling us in. That ice story is unbelievable, and so glad it had a happy ending.
Right. So glad that we were able to tell the story because it's news and it's interesting. You know, we had a lot of hits on our website story, even though it was behind a paywall. People were interested in it, but could
have been a lot worse.
It gives us a lesson for everybody. Plus, it gives credit to a guy who maybe saved a life.
Yes, absolutely. So thank you to him as well.
Right.
All right. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. And the show, I won't be here, but the show will be back tomorrow. I think Jade will be hosting, so she'll be making her debut, and she'll do a great job.
I am sure she will. She's been receiving behind-the-scenes
She's
training.
a doll. Yep. All right. Have a great day, everyone. See you soon. Bye-bye.